Alright, this will be the first video for the Unit 11 review on exponents. We'll have several videos to get through the review. So this first one, we are simplifying these, so we'll rewrite it here so that we have a horizontal fraction bar there. And we notice that we have bases of 4, 8, and 32, so we need to fix that. We need the same base, so we can actually rewrite all of these with a base of 2. So 4 is 2 squared, and then still square that, so that takes care of that part. And then 8 is 2 cubed, and then we still need to cube that, so that's that part. And then 32 is 2 to the 5th, and then we need to raise that to the negative 2 power, so that handles that. So now we have the same base, so we can start applying our exponent rules. So second step, outside to inside, multiply exponents. So 2 to the 4th, 2 to the 9th, outside to inside, that's where the 9 is coming from, 3 times 3. And on the bottom, 2 to the negative 10, outside to inside, where we multiplied 5 times negative 2 to get that negative 10. And then final step, we'll bring, well, next to last step, I should say, we'll bring this 2 to the negative 10 up. And now we can just add them all, so that would be 23, so 2 to the 23rd power will be the answer on number 1. So let's look at the second one. So we have 3 to the negative 2 power plus 9 to the negative 1 power, all raised to the negative 2 power. So we'll go ahead and handle these negative exponents, these right here, first. So 1 over 3 squared replaces this because I want the exponent to be positive, so I'll move it to the denominator, make the exponent positive. And then plus 1 over 9 to the first power, and all raised to the negative 2 power. And then we'll rewrite that 9 to the first power as a 3 squared, so we can work with the same, actually take that back. Let's make the 3 squared 9 so that we can add those fractions. So 1/9 plus 1/9, all of the negative 2 power. So now we have like denominators, so we can combine those. Remember, working with exponents when you have an addition or subtraction inside parentheses can get difficult, so we want to try to combine that together. So 1/9 plus 1/9 is 2/9, all raised to the negative 2 power. So then we can bring the negative 2 exponent into the numerator and denominator, or our shortcut was take the reciprocal of the fraction, 9/2, and raise it to the positive exponent. You'll get the same answer, you'll get to the same place. This is just a little faster because, let's off to the side here. So if we bring the negative 2 in to the numerator and denominator, we end with this, and we have a 2 to the negative 2 power on top, so it goes to the bottom as 2 squared, and the 9 to the negative 2 power on bottom comes at the top as 9 squared, and that's our next step here. So 9 squared, 2 squared, so 9 squared 81, 2 squared 4, final answer 81 over 4. So instead of doing this, we just went straight to this. Either way, get the same answer, 81 over 4. Alright, let's move on to more problems. Alright, this is problem 3 on the review. So we have this being multiplied by all of this because we need to distribute it in. So we distribute here, numbers times numbers, a's times a's, b's times b's. So in this first one, we'll end with a term of 2 times 7 is 14, a cubed times a to the 4th, a to the 7th power, and then there are no other b's there, so it would be b to the 5th. There are no other b's right here to multiply by, so we keep the original b to the 5th. Okay, now distribute in here. So for numbers, we have a 2 times an implied negative 1, so that gives us a negative 2 there. And then a cubed times this a gives me a to the 4th. We're adding the exponents. We're multiplying the bases, so we add the exponents. And then b to the 5th times b squared, b to this 7th power. Distribute here. 2 times 3 is 6, so plus 6. And then a cubed times a cubed, add the exponents, so a to the 6th. And then there are no other b's except this original b to the 5th, so we leave it that way. And 14 a to the 7th, b to the 5th, minus 2 a to the 4th, b to the 7th, plus 6 a to the 6th, b to the 5th is our answer there. All right, let's move on. All right, problem 4 on your Unit 11 review. We have a root and a power here, so we're going to use our power over root rule for rational exponents and rewrite this with a rational, meaning fractional exponent. So it would be 32x to the negative 2 power y to the fourth. This is generally the first step. And we're going to raise that. It's power over root, so second power, fourth root, so power over root becomes 2 over 4. Now that we've written that and you've seen that, we're going to reduce that. It's 2 over 4 reduces to 1/2. So I'm going to put 1/2 in there. Okay, now we can bring the exponent into each of these factors here, and we're doing outside to inside, so we're going to multiply by the exponents that are already there. Remember, the 32 has an exponent of 1 that's implied to be there. So make sure you still bring in the 1/2 exponent there. So that would be 32 to the 1/2 power, and x to the negative 2 times 1/2 is negative 1. So I'm going to make that negative 1. Negative 2 times 1/2 is negative 1. Y to the fourth times 1/2 would be y to the 4 over 2, which is y squared. Half of 4 is 2, right? All right, now they want us to write these with the smallest possible base. That's what they would like us to do here. So we're going to rewrite 32 as 2 to the 5th in this next step, and we're going to take this x to the negative 1 to the denominator. So it would be 2 to the 5th is the same thing as 32, still raised to the 1/2 power. And then y squared. And then we move the x to the first power to the bottom. We don't have to list that first power anymore because it's implied to be there. One last step, outside to inside here, we'll make that 2 to the 5/2 and y squared all over x. So we multiplied outside to inside, 5 times 1/2, 5/2. That's what they're looking for you to do instead of leaving this as 32 to the 1/2 power. Okay, they want the smallest base possible. That's why we had to do that. So that would be the final answer there. All right, let's move on to number 5. All right, number 5 on your Unit 11 review. So they give us these roots here. So we're going to go ahead and rewrite each one of these with a rational exponent. So the fourth root of x is the same thing as x to the 1/4 power times the fifth root of x, same thing as x to the 1/5 power. Remember, it's power over root, so it's raised to the first power, fifth root, so power over root is 1/5. Divided by the cubed root of x is the same thing as x to the 1/3. So we're going to need a common denominator here on these, and if you work that out, the smallest number that 4, 5, and 3 all go into is 60. So we're going to rewrite all of these with a 60 denominator. So 4 goes into 60 15 times, so that would be x to the 15/60ths. That's the same thing as 1/4. And then times x to the 5 goes into 60 12 times, so 12/60ths. And then 3 goes into 60 20 times, so x to the 20/60ths. All right, and then next step, we'll add these so we get 27 over 60, x to the 27 over 60 on top, and we still have x to the 20 over 60 here. So then we can subtract the top and bottom. That's our rule. When you have like bases dividing by each other, you subtract their exponents. So 27/60ths minus 20/60ths is 7/60ths. So that will be our final answer right there, x raised to the power of 7 over 60. All right, probably time for one more in this video. Let's look at number 6 next. All right, number 6 on your Unit 11 review. So we have 1 over 49 all raised to the 3/2 power. So it's power over root, and we need to bring the 3/2 power into both the numerator and denominator. So 1 to the 3/2 over 49 to the 3/2. So power over root, if you raise 1 to the 3rd power, you still get 1. If you take the square root of 1, you still get 1. So the top is just 1. On the bottom, we'll write this out. It's power over root, so we're going to take the square root of 49. That's this number. And then we're going to raise it to the 3rd power. So square root of 49 is 7, come down here, so 1 over 7 cubed is where we're at. And we'll go ahead and multiply 7 times itself 3 times, and if you do that, you get 343. So 1 over 343 is our answer. That's a large enough number to where if you left it 1 over 7 cubed, I would be fine with that. Either format is fine with me. All right, that's it. So we'll pick up with problem 7 in the second video for the Unit 11 review.